everybody. Welcome to CATEX TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is the 9th of December, Wednesday, 2015. If you want to follow us on Twitter, please go to CATEX TV. British outsourcing firm Xchanging has announced that it has finally reached an agreement to sell itself. This time it's going to sell itself to Computer Science Corporation, an American company, CSC. It's going to see Xchanging shareholders receive 190 pence a share in cash for the company, which represents a 72% increase over the undisturbed share price on October 2nd, before the company announced that it had itself up for sale. It also exceeds the share price that had been offered by Capita on the 14th of October by 19%. Both parties have agreed that they're going to proceed with this. Xchanging shareholders, directors I should say, have announced their intention to unanimously recommend to shareholders to accept the CSC bid. Potential rival bidders include Ebix, Apollo, Capita, and those are the ones that we know about. They seem to have been left at the door, as CSC has won the bidding and has agreed to pay about $722 million for Xchanging. A heavy monsoon season in southern India that we've been reporting on, with the toll on India's fourth largest city of Chennai, looks like it's going to generate about $300 million of insured losses. This is according to Aon Benfield. At least 386 people died in southern India, about 280 or so in the Chennai area. Total economic losses are expected to reach about $3 billion. India's General Insurance Corporation is reporting insurance claims of about $300 million. It's likely that none of this is going to reach the reinsurance market. However, the head of impact forecasting in the Asia-Pacific region said new economic developments in Asia are taking place in floodplains and marshlands, with scant attention paid to drainage, thus increasing runoff and flooding. We've mentioned this before. The 100-year rainfall event in Chennai exposed the inherent weaknesses of building in floodplains. PricewaterhouseCoopers believes that the storm that struck the United Kingdom last week in Desmond is going to end up causing about 500 million pounds of economic damage, with insured losses of about 325 million pounds. That'd be about $490 million US. This is going to be a bit of a shock for people, because this is the second once in 100-year event that will have occurred in 7 years in England. It's causing a complete rethinking of the flood risk models, which is ongoing right now. Big news in the United States is that Dow Chemical is in late-stage talks to merge with Dupont. This would be the largest deal in the chemicals industry. It would create the second biggest chemical company in the world, behind BASF. Dow has a market cap of $59 billion. Dupont has a market cap of about $58.4 billion. If the deal goes through, in order to comply with expected regulatory objections, it's going to be ending up with a sort of a scattering of the combined entity that will be sold for parts. So it'll be a situation where the sum of the parts story is going to be greater than the current value of both companies. There are reports that Zurich Insurance Company is looking outside the company for its next CEO following the resignation of Martin Senn. The chairman of Zurich's board of management, Tom DeSwan, was quoted as saying that the company would likely look for an external and entrepreneurial leader with deep knowledge of insurance to become its next CEO. The task that awaits the next Zurich CEO will not be easy. The company recently withdrew from the purchase effort of Royal Sun Alliance. Its third quarter profit dropped by double digits. According to Keefe, Bruyette & Woods in London, the consultants, the Zurich board has shown a clear preference for an external candidate. It's going to be an interesting thing for somebody external to come into a cultural institution such as Zurich. Time magazine has announced that German Chancellor Angela Merkel is its Person of the Year. The annual award is featuring a person of note throughout the world who appears on the cover of the U.S. Weekly News magazine. And meanwhile, in the United States and indeed globally, the response to Donald Trump's caustic comments about banning Muslims from entering the United States continues to reverberate. World leaders echoed comments made by Democrats in the United States that Trump's comments were xenophobic, demagogic, anti-American, and needed to be withdrawn. Trump, meanwhile, has not withdrawn them, but in fact has re-emphasized them. Oddly enough, Trump is journeying to the Middle East in the next 10 days. He's planning on visiting Israel, and there are reports that he's actually going to Amman, Jordan, which is a Muslim country. It'll be very interesting to see how or if Mr. Trump is received in a Muslim country. Meanwhile, the United States taxpayer is footing the bill for protection offered by the Secret Service to Mr. Trump as a presidential candidate, even though not one vote has been cast yet for anybody. Our tax dollars are protecting Donald Trump. That's the news for today. If we have any breaking news, we'll come back and tell you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.